Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing today? It is RatedR reporting live from a studio where the magic happens. Now, speaking of the studio where the magic happens, today's video is going to be a little bit different from the usual. Today, I'm going to be giving a personal review on all of the YouTube equipment in my setup. Now, this is all the equipment that I've had from the very beginning, so I can give you a little bit of an insight on exactly what is going on behind the scenes. So if you're looking at starting your own YouTube channel, this information will definitely be useful for you. But with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. So you want to be a YouTuber? You want to make it to the big time? You want to be the next KSI, or Beta Squad, or the Sidemen, or Chunks, or Young Philly, or Mini Minter, or Vicstar123? Well, let me tell you the most common mistake YouTubers make very early on, and it's usually the first step. They usually go balls out way too quick. They buy the state-of-the-art gear, they buy the Shure microphones, they buy the Sony HD 4K all singing, all dancing, state-of-the-art camera. And for what? You're just starting out, you have no idea how to use the equipment. You may even come into this with a bit of a budget like I did. I set myself a budget not to go balls deep too quick. And I'll be honest with you, the best move I made towards YouTube was doing my research before I'd even thought about getting a video out into the public. You have to be sure that your equipment matches everything you want to do on YouTube. And just in case you're not quite sure where you want to go yet, I'm going to give you my review on my equipment that I started out with because I wasn't sure where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do in YouTube. Now, one of the first pieces of equipment that we're going to talk about, and it's actually one of the first pieces of equipment I invested in when I thought about starting YouTube, is the microphone. And it's this, the Samson Q2U. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Ross, that is the ugliest microphone I have ever seen. It's more built for karaoke than it is for YouTube. Well, let me tell you something. No one has ever commented badly on my audio on any of my videos since starting YouTube. And that all comes down to this microphone right here, which is without a doubt one of the best investments I have made towards YouTube. And I'll be honest with you, the sound quality isn't even my favourite thing about it. It's the price of it. It's only £70 for this microphone. And what you're getting for £70 is absolutely extraordinary because as you want to move on through YouTube and increase your sound quality by bringing in more engineering equipment, this microphone will move along with you because it is both USB and XLR compatible. This microphone could be the only microphone you will ever need in your entire YouTube career. The sound quality is amazing, the price tag is amazing, the compatibility is amazing, the microphone is an absolute winner. So now you've got your microphone, an absolute bargain. You're going to need something to hold it in front of your face. You're going to need a microphone arm, and I recommend this one. It's the RØDE PSA-1. Now the things I like about this microphone arm are pretty plain to see. The only thing holding it in place is the weight of the microphone itself. And when you move the microphone arm, no sound gets picked up on your mic at all. And when you're slamming your desk in a fit of rage because a 13-year-old boy has just scored the last-minute winner against you on FIFA, the microphone doesn't even budge. I can confirm that last one is very, very true. Now I'm about to show you the price next, and although you may think it's a little bit expensive and you can just pay a little kid to hold the microphone in front of your face all day, the alternatives online are a lot more expensive for a lot less quality. Now the price you're looking at for a RØDE PSA-1 is around £75, and I know what you're thinking because I thought exactly the same as well. That is absolutely extortionate. So I went to Amazon, I went to Google, I went shopping around every website I could possibly find, and I ended up going back with my tail between my legs because I could find nothing of a better price or a better quality. And I can tell you from my experience, since purchasing it and installing it, I've had no regrets with it whatsoever. And that's why I would recommend the RØDE PSA-1 all day long. Now the next section is the cameras, and I'm going to start with the webcam first. Now I know what you're all thinking. Ross, how on earth do you look so amazing on YouTube all the time? Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It almost has nothing to do with the webcam. All you really require for good camera quality is good lighting, which we will move on to later on. Now back to the webcams. I know a lot of YouTubers that when they first start out they buy this state-of-the-art all singing, all dancing webcam, but that comes with the price tag. You really don't need to spend a lot of money on a webcam. So my recommendation is this, the Logitech C922. which has everything you need from a webcam in terms of streaming or just even doing a basic recording video like this. It records in 1080p at 30 FPS and it has autofocus. That's pretty much all you require at this point. It only costs around £80 and it's the main camera that I've used throughout my videos. I haven't even used my 4K camera that I purchased in the beginning. I've just been using my webcam with the decent lighting. So it's pretty much all you need. Now I mentioned before about a 4K camera which I've never really used before because I was going to save it for outdoor activities in the summer. However, I do have it set up and I am going to show you the camera quality, so I'm going to move to it now. Now as you can see, the lighting's not quite set up for this 4K camera, but the resolution's there, you can see what's going on. This is a Monitech 4K Ultra HD camera. It costs around £120 and frankly for that price, I can't really grumble at it. Now because the lighting's not set up very well, it's making the background look a little bit distorted, but like I mentioned before, hopefully when I get outdoors a little bit, the sunlight will make the quality a lot better and I can do a proper review on it then. But if you simply can't wait that long, there are various reviews on YouTube of people giving it thorough testing, so if you want to go check that out in the meantime, be my guest. Now next up we have the headphones. Now these were one of the last pieces to the puzzle when I was deciding what to use in my YouTube setup. Now the reason why that is because there's so many different types of headphones for so many different types of things that people do on YouTube that I wanted to make sure that I was investing my money in the right type of headphones. Now after taking some time weighing up the pros and cons, I decided to go for these, the Beyerdynamic DT 770 Pros, and I'm going to tell you why. Now when I was picking the best type of headphones for my YouTube setup, I took a multitude of things into consideration. Those things were gaming, editing, streaming, and social interactions over the internet. Now with all that taken into consideration with my research, I managed to narrow it down to two pairs of headphones. These two being the Beyerdynamic DT 770 Pros and the Beyerdynamic DT 990 Pros. Now you might be thinking, Ross, but they're exactly the same make, they must be exactly the same quality. Not quite. Now the differences between these two headphones are actually very clear to see in these two images. One of them is a closed back headphone and the other one is an open back headphone, but they each have their own individual advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages of using a closed back headphone as opposed to an open back headphone is the fact the sound remains contained within the headphones. So when you're playing music or watching a video or playing back your editing to make sure everything sounds right, it all remains contained within the headphones. Whereas with an open back headphone, some of the sound may leak out. So if you're doing a recording with your microphone, some of the sound may get picked up in your microphone. Now I had to really consider the environment in which I was going to be editing and recording. So obviously I'm going to be editing and recording in my studio, which the microphone is right here, the headphones are right here, they're pretty close to each other. So if any of my headphone audio leaks into my microphone audio, it could create an echo. Which, taking all that into consideration, left me no choice than to go with the Beyerdynamic DT 770 Pros. Now the price of these are around £120, but they're going to be the most used piece of equipment in your YouTube setup, so you're definitely going to get your money's worth. Plus they are very comfy to wear and the playback audio is amazing. I certainly haven't had any regrets getting these headphones at all. And now last but by no means least, it's the lighting. Now I mentioned before that the lighting can be the make or break between the picture quality of your YouTube video. So when it comes to your visuals, your lighting is without a doubt the most important feature that you need. So there are many various different aspects to take into consideration when you're choosing your lighting, such as the distance of your lighting, how many lights you're going to need, the lumens in which it emits, so it's really not a decision to be taken lightly. So with all that being said, let me introduce you to the NEEWER Professional Video Light. Now this light covers everything I need when it comes down to visual quality in my videos. Now this particular type of light is a bicolor light, which means you can go anywhere from like a tungsten lighting effect to a cool daylight effect and anywhere in between. It can also generate up to 5600 kelvins, which when converted to lumens is pretty damn bright. So this one light turned out to be everything I needed, which when you take into consideration how big the studio actually is, it's actually perfect for the setup. And with a price tag of around £110, it's not much considering the lighting can really make or break a video. Now setting up your lighting is massively important in terms of your videos, so it may take a little bit of time to do, but if you are struggling to do it, there are tutorials on YouTube you can look at which will give you a little bit of guidance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, just about covers my YouTube setup. I really hope it helps you out in starting your YouTube journey and gets you on the road to success. If you as a YouTuber feel like there's better options out there, please leave a message in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing any feedback you have. But with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it helps a lot of people out. I've been RatedR. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Please take care and peace.